Hey, this is Mergy, and this is just a thoughts video or response or whatever on the whole thrust situation and the Keemstar versus SB debate. And after watching that, I'd have to say that was a disgusting display by Keemstar and his ability to control himself. He's a 30-year-old man acting like that. I mean, he's in the COD community at 30, whatever works for you, I guess. But acting like that, he's obviously immature. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is I agree with SB Scarce on the whole situation of he shouldn't have turned Thrust into a knifing team unless he made a new channel or solely incorporated a knifing team. Okay, first off, at, I don't know if his channel still says this, but at one point it said the number one knifing team in the world, which you're not number one if you have no videos up on your channel. Hope you understand that there is other teams out there, XJM or whatever. Watch a couple of their videos. You're not. You say you're doing something original, but you're gonna do what XJM did, and that's you're gonna do knife quad feeds, or you're gonna do stuff across the map, or you're gonna do trick shots with knives. It's it's really not that different from what XJM's doing. I don't know how you're gonna throw that many spins on it, but there's not gonna be enough spins for you to ever be the next phase. You said in the video, I think it was that the video I just watched the debate, is that no team will ever be as big as phase that's in this type of community. And I think that just goes for the COD community in general. It's been 2 years or so since phases started. Obviously, somebody would have made an idea that would be worthy of taking on phase. And if you can see XGM, what do they have? 10k subs or 15k subs. They had an original idea and they got 15k subs. People want to see sniping and trick shotting. Some people want to see knifing, but as you can tell from XGM, I watched a couple of the montages. They're sick and all, but for the majority, people are being conservative and want to watch sniping and trick shotting. You're not doing anything original, Keemstar. First off, or I think that was a squeak, but anyway, let's see. You have 60k subs. If you honest and you say in your one commentary, you said in the first comment you said we have some of the best players in Thrust, and we're gonna try to contact bigger teams and get them in. Then in this commentary, you go to say that they're crap. You obviously didn't know anything about your players if at one point you're calling them the best, and second of all, you're calling them crap. Now, first off, I'd like to say is you're not gonna get any players into clans by sending them sending them that video saying that you want to get your players in clan. If they don't even know your players' gamer tags, like Scare said, they're not gonna search the roster. That's not how recruiting for a leader works. Secondly, are you stupid? They're in Thrust, a 60k clan, getting subs at a moderately well rate or whatever. Yeah. So what I'm saying here is you're not gonna contact FaZe and Optic about them joining. You have to understand there's a gap. You said you said that they're crap. There's a difference between being crap and not being able to be in FaZe. FaZe and Optic are two of the best teams in the community. Now, what you should have done is actually contacted SB Scarce's team before this whole debate came up. 100k clan. You should have contacted Era, another clan. I don't know how many subs they have since they had their channel hacked, but I know it's over 50k. You should have contacted clans such as that. Maybe contacted Dare even. Maybe, just maybe, contacted Soar and Obey. But you're not gonna contact FaZe and Optic. All right, that's not gonna work. Secondly, you should have actually went out and looked at I know not all of your players were gonna have to get into those clans, but I'm sure there's at least probably 33%, so a third of your players could have gotten into clans with 100k over. Synergy, SB, Era, all those clans like I just said before, Psycho, those are good clans that lead them for opportunities. And now, so you're not going to be able to get them into FaZe is my point here. But onto another point I'm going to make here. Alright, so on to the next point I'm making is Keemstar, the reason that Thrust failed wasn't because, I mean, it was because of the players, I guess, but if you think about it, Malo did the same thing with Obey before, with Agony, and they got all up to 300k. You know how they got all the way up to 300k? From good leading skills. You have to know how to lead a team. And you know what? You want to do original ideas. I understand that. That's cool. But you have to be a good leader to get those. You said in the commentary they wouldn't just listen to me. If you're a leader and people don't listen to you, then you're not a leader. I can tell. I mean, this is gonna sound like bullying because obviously you're kind of a little baby from the end of the commentary when you're telling Scarce he was bullying you. But you were that kid. I can tell from from what I can hear in your dumbass interrupting people during your commentaries is you were the kid in high school that nobody liked, and you want to be the next big thing, and you want to be a leader, but in all actuality, you're a follower, and you're obviously not. You're not handling. You don't know how to handle a team. The only reason, okay, Thrust put out good content. I watch them. They. I mean, honestly, being a leader, you gotta make other people want to stay in your team or join your team. You said that one best editor, Barker, whatever his name is, he left for a bigger team, or the other one's left for a bigger team. The thing about being a good leader is you keep people in the team because they know Thrust is going to be big. A leader would keep people in their team because he knows how to lead and and the players know that that's the best team they can be in. I mean, obviously they're going to leave for phase and stuff. You're not going to reach that level, and even with all your originality, you should have known you're never going to reach that level. And if you would have done some research, yeah, subs going active. Phases subs aren't that active. What, 100,000 subs, 2 million subscribers, not that active. Okay, on to another point. Alright, Keemstar, and whoever is listening to this, or if you listen to this, but anyway, you said you didn't kick anybody from Thrust. Well, okay, you didn't kick them. We'll use a different word. You just gave them an ultimatum that was basically unwinnable. Okay, as Scarce said, do you understand how hard it is to hit a knife clip that's actually worthy? And you said you hit that one across the map. Yeah, and as Scarce said, it wasn't that worthy of being that great. You don't understand that giving them the rule that they can't use their sniper anymore is basically kicking them, because I feed and I trick shot and I can get quad feeds and I can hit shots. I've tried knifing a couple times, not in a very serious manner, but I can tell you this: going from one to the other is very difficult. It's just those knifers that are really good at getting quad feeds with their throwing knives and ballistic knives and whatever else, their tomahawks and whatnot. They would have a hard time transitioning doing the same things with a sniper. It's obviously, you don't understand that you can't just convert a bunch of people that were in the team for trick shotting and that's what they're good at, or at least above par at, because I'm telling you, the standards on your team, they weren't that. You call them crap. They weren't phase status, but they weren't crap. Now anyway, you can't just take teams and turn them into knifers. It's not gonna work. Okay, let's think about it. Who are all the best knifers in the community? In what, XGM and other smaller knifing clans? So unless the people in XGM are being unloyal and are going to join Thrust for the 60,000 subscribers, exactly why you took the channel and didn't make a new one. The reason you made Thrust with 60,000 subscribers because you said you don't care about subs. The reason you made it into you didn't make a new channel and you made Thrust into a knife channel is because you wanted those subs to attract the XGM players and the other knifers in the community that are actually good into that clan with the 6,000 subscribers. But as Scarce said, it's not about subscribers, it's about reputation. And I'm sure most of XGM's players are gonna probably stay in. I'm not exactly sure, but in all honesty, you're just doing a little conniving, sneaky way on how to get the other prominent good knifers in the community into your team, because you know you couldn't do that by making a new channel, so you had to convert Thrust, which is a sneaky move on your part and is just not right. And Keemstar, Scarce said you're a liar, but you don't think you're a liar. There's two things I can guarantee you lied about. You said you had some of the best snipers in the world, then in another commentary called them crap. That's a lie right there. So you're just a liar and a conniving little bitch trying to get people to join Thrust because of the sub count. And secondly, on the channel, on the little name of the channel or description, or I don't know what you'd call it, it said #1 knifers, as I said before. That's a lie. That you have no content to be called the #1 knifers. Now, I don't know how you can consider yourself not to be a liver. You're obviously just being conniving. I mean, and I just want to put it this way. As you said in the commentary, by September or by Christmas, if Thrust isn't a huge channel from knifing, then you give it back to the snipers. Okay, let's put it this way. I guarantee Thrust doesn't surpass 150K unless it's being promoted by every large commentator and you get some kind of connection. But I guarantee it won't be up there based on the knifing content. It'll be based on promotions, if anything. Now, okay, this is end of my rant because I just can't even handle this anymore. Besides the fact that if I ever got into a debate with Keemstar, you're a little 5-year-old who yells at people for interrupting. Okay, both sides were interrupting, but Keemstar, you were interrupting probably more than Scarce was, and then you go along the lines. And then you just because I think it's because you were older, you thought as though he should listen to you, but in fact, he was the one making more valid points and being more mature about it. And that's just my solid opinion. So I'm out.